The 4th of July weekend is here, and that means fireworks will be going off for days. While this weekend is a great time to celebrate this country and its freedoms, it's also a very stressful time for pets. Joining me this morning, how to discuss to keep your pets safe, is veterinarian Kevin Fitzgerald. Good morning, Kevin. How are you?
Thanks for having me.
Of course, no problem. We love to have you on. You know, fireworks can definitely be stressful for pets. Talk to me about why that is.
Well, we're right in the midst of it, you know, fireworks season and thunderstorms, and so you know, they're terrified. They're terrified, and it's a fear. So noise phobias, experts say it can happen in 1/3 of dogs have some type of mild or even a severe noise phobia, where these loud noises, they can salivate and pant. They can be destructive and even try and escape. So we have to make sure that they've got a great collar with good ID or a microchip in case they do get out. But what can we do? What can we do to keep them safe during the, you know, in my neighborhood it started earlier this year. It started way early. So with my little dog, I have to keep her in a room with no windows and have white noise, play the radio, so there's a background noise. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing we can do. There are dog appeasing pheromones, lavender and chamomile, but some people swear they work. You know, there's other things that we can try. Your veterinarian can give medications. The problem with thunderstorms and things, though, is by the time you give these medications, by the time they cross the gut lining, the storm's gone.
The storm is over.
And now you got a dog that's gorged for the next 3 hours. So I think, you know, trying to stay with them and socialize them, and you know, spend time with them, toys that they like, or get them in a safe place. But nobody should be terrified.
Yeah. Now, you easily talked about the lavender and chamomile as some ways that we can help our pets stay calm before some of these fireworks shows or before some of these storms. Now, we could also see some of these storms this weekend. Can pets tell the difference between storms and fireworks, and is there anything we should do different when it comes down to the two?
Their sense of hearing is much better than ours. I think they can hear storms coming. Certainly they can smell moisture. So I don't, that's a great question. Can they tell the difference between a crack of thunder or the knuckleheads next door putting off an M80? But you know, the 4th of July, it's a great holiday. You don't have to buy anybody else a present. You know, but if you be cool with your neighborhood with the firecrackers, because, you know, I think, you know, getting them, there might be a safe place that they, in the house, that they feel safe, you know, a bed or a room, but certainly rooms with no windows where they can't see flashes of the lightning or you know, and playing the background noise, you know.
Really fast, because you mentioned lightning, I want to be able to get to the next question. How does the lightning trigger or affect them? Because, you know, sometimes you may not have that crack of thunder that may come with it.
Right. I think they sense the changes in barometric pressure. You know, more than we. They're more in tune with their environment than we are. Yeah. You know, with thunder and lightning. So I think they know what it means. Like, hey, when's that crack coming?
Yeah. How can we protect our animals, especially during the summer heat? I mean, it's been so hot. I'll get home some days 11, 12 o'clock, and I have to walk my little puppy, and it's hot outside. It's
hot. I think we have to pay attention and realize that how quickly in a closed car that it can overheat. And, you know, in 85 degrees in 10 minutes, it can be over 100 degrees. If it's hot enough to melt your sunglasses, Darius, you know, on the dashboard, what can it do to a living creature? So I think we have to be cool.
Yeah. Last question here. What other summertime hazards should we be looking out for, especially when it comes to our pets?
Well, I think hiking, snakes, bees, spiders, and ants, you know, ticks this time of year. So I think we have to pay attention, regular visits with your veterinarian. I think just an ounce of prevention is a pound of cure, and you know, anticipating what can happen. You know, mushrooms this time of year after the rains. You know, we had 2 mushroom poisonings in dogs. So this type of year, heat, mushrooms, snakes, bees, spiders, ants. You know, the creepy things that bite our pets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you just have to be on the lookout for all of it.
Yeah. You know, anticipate it. You know, and I think pay attention.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Kevin. I really do appreciate you, because you also just helped me. You taught me a little bit, because I have a new puppy. I'm a new puppy dad, and I'm learning different quirks with her every single day. So especially as these fireworks and thunderstorms start to happen, I'm learning exactly how to operate.
Yeah, nobody should be terrified.
Yes, indeed.